Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of League Review. I'm your host, William, and with me today is just myself. I was about to say Brock, but Brock's not here. That's for tomorrow on the NA podcast. We had another good week. We started out the week, and then we finished the week as well. But we finished with 20 out of 36 points, an 8-4 record, to move up to a 20-8 record overall on the split, which is about a 71% pick rate, I think. Let's do some quick maths here. Yeah, 71% pick rate, and yeah, and not bad on these. I didn't do the math here. Let's just do a quick 53 and then a quick 70. I can do quick math. 80, 84. All right, there we go. Anyway, let's get right into our games as we had some quite interesting ones. And sadly, like always, LPL, we can't get match history because it's on a virus website. All right, series number 1 was between BillyBilly and OMG. Game number 1, OMG actually pulled out the victory, and it was 16-10 in kills, 8-6 in towers, an inhib each, Baron each, 3 dragons to 2. Curse actually had a phenomenal game on the Riven with 5-2 and 8. It was really nice to see that, or fancy Riven, as well as Icon dominating on the Rise at 7-1 and 7. Crystal's okay on the Xayah, 3-2 and 7. We also saw a very interesting Sejuani top. Haven't seen that too often. And then most of the rest was pretty standard. It was a good win for OMG. Game number 2 did go to BillyBilly. I don't think there was anything too spicy here. We had a Sivir Yumi, like always, just dominating. Just very oppressive lane. And then game 3, we had a Mundo. That was a fancy one. I haven't seen Mundo in forever. And we had BillyBilly did take the victory with that Mundo in game number 3. That Mundo he was such a tanky boy, like Mundo is usually. And it was a good win for BillyBilly, who actually it was their second win on the year. But after losing that first game, they really needed it, to be honest. Next, we had Victory 5 versus IG. IG playing without Balan still. They still had Rookie, but man, game 1. Rookie and the Shy with his signature 1-7 cannon, just like at MSI. And Rookie went 4-8 on the Silas. They just played terrible in the first game. Victory 5 just actually kind of destroyed them. 30 kills to 18. 30 kills for Victory 5 was absolutely insane. Rookie just god awful in this game. Windy played the Yasuo and he just crushed it. It was along with Y4 as well on the Sona. I felt like Windy was more of a impact, but I just realized Y4 was 11-2, so that was a pretty good game. IG did come back to win game number 2. Rookie had a much better Silas performance. Jackie Love hard carried the team, though, with the Sivir and Lucas on the Nautilus. It's a very good combo. And Windy had an okay game on the Yasuo, but the rest of his team, we had the Orianna bot lane, which is a little weird, and I don't think it necessarily worked too well. Game number 3, though, Victory 5 came back and won again. Jackie Love could not carry his team through. The Shy and Rookie had a very bad series. They had one okay game, but outside of that, it was quite terrible. I don't know why we have 6 team members. That's cheating to do that. But for some reason, it has Victory 5 with 6 members starting on this game. Obviously, Ali Z did not play this game at 0-0. Yeah, I know, Matt. I was watching a YouTube video. Matt said I am late. But Mole had an amazing pop-off game going top lane as a backup mid laner. He just decided to go top with the Silas. It can work, obviously. It did. It went 8-2-5. And, yeah, I mean, Y4 had another good Xayah game as well. And Windy was okay on the Rise, but just IG looks so out of sorts. They should not have lost at Victory 5. It's a very, very bad performance. Next, we had LNG versus Sino Dragon. And LNG, this first game was so close. Obviously, you could tell it's a 1K gold lead. 18-14, 7-7 in towers. 2 Barons and 2 Dragons. Like, are... Sorry, I said Sino Dragon because it says that, but they're Dominius Gaming. Dominius Gaming had the rough game. Flandre and the Pike was disgusting. 8-2-7. Cheng Hong had a really rough Kennen game. The rest of the team did pretty good, but it was all about that Pike. And let me tell you, as my friends know, I'm a very good Pike. I had a terrible Pike game in an ARAM today. Game number 2 though, we had Plex on the Nico just popping off. I don't like the Victor top, and I know that it went 4-3-3. It's not terrible. I had 406 CS, but I think there's so much more you can do with it, especially with Flandre. Give Flandre the Akali or something. But yeah, it still worked out though. They still were able to defeat Sino or for Dominius Gaming, and yeah, Dominius is now 0-3 to start the year after this game. Very, very rough start to the season. This game was pretty quick. It was Rogue Warriors versus Fun Plus Phoenix. It was 20-7 in kills, but it was 9-4 in towers. Like as you can tell, Doinby went to Nautilus mid. Zawuji actually had a really good game, but LWX just popped off on the Sivir Yumi combo, was just absolutely disgusting. Game number 2 was even more of a blowout, 18-7. Gimgoon just played on the Pike. We had the LWX absolutely popping off on the Kai'Sa with the Nautilus. Kai'Sa Nautilus is so disgusting, quite as well. And FPX just continuing this steamroll. Aside, I'm going to go a little quicker with LPL because we don't have like the actual like match gold graphs and stuff, which I like to point at. But also just because there's so many series that it takes up a lot of podcast time. Next was Sunning versus Team WE. The first game, Sunning absolutely destroyed Team WE with 10-1 kills, 7-2 in towers, 1 hit him, 1 Baron, and just everyone just popped off. We had SMLZ with the 2-0-8, and as well as Maple at 2-0-8. But there's just nothing. I mean, their bot lane, when your bot support and mid have you only had 1 kill total, and it came up in an odd top lane gank for Beishang and Pose. Hi, Idol. How are you doing today? I just saw today the EDG IG game. We'll talk about that one in a bit. But yeah, Sunning won this game. Sunning also blew out Team WE in game number 2, and Team WE is off to a very bad start, while Sunning is off to a great start. EDG slaughtered BillyBilly. Like I was expecting him to win. I didn't expect him to win this hard. 22-2 in kills, 0 towers, 0 inhib, 0 barons, 0 dragons. This is almost a 20k gold lead. The Dr. Mundo that I was praising earlier did not work too well the second time around. They were prepared. Scout, iBoy. Also, Mundo Navane is just really not that good in the first place. But we had Scout at go 7-0-12, iBoy 6-0-7, and Mako on the Yumi go 0-16. Game number 2, a little closer, but not really. It was still 18-3, so it was a combined. BillyBilly had a combined 5 kills and 1 tower this entire series, while EDG had a combined 40 kills and 18 towers. So, big difference. ADD had a terrible series. If you look at that's a 0-5 and 1 set. He finished the series 1-12 with 1 assist, and that's a bad KDA if I've ever seen one. And then iBoy popped off yet again on the Vayne, Scout again on the Silas. I feel like if you got blown out to the Vayne and Silas in this game, you probably shouldn't let him pick Vayne and Silas and Rek'Sai and Nico. Oh my God, not Nico. Yumi. They literally let the entire team comp except for. They thought like the Kennen was the problem. Like, it was a lot of things. They just let the exact same team comp go through, and then they played pretty much the exact same team comp. As you could tell, they played the exact same thing, except they just changed. All that changed was the top lane, and clearly top lane wasn't just the only problem. Dominius Gaming versus top. Man, Dominius, I feel terrible for them. I don't even think they're playing that badly, but they're 0-4 because they lost the first game and they went 0-2. The second game they got destroyed by top. It was 21-4, 8 kills. Like just everything went wrong. 0-7 on Olaf is not very good whatsoever. XX had a fantastic Gragas game. Knight again. Knight might be the best Jace in the entire world. I really, really want to see Fun Plus Phoenix and Top Sports go to Worlds just because to watch Knight and Doinby square off with like caps and stuff. Oh my God, that'd be amazing to watch. Oops, I didn't. OMG versus LGD. LGD actually just crushed OMG. I was surprised. It was 14-2 in the first game. Just straight blowout. Like, the zone attack did not work at all against Yumi Sivir. Yumi Sivir just provides way too much pressure in the bot lane to, like, it just shoves you constantly under tower, and you just get your turret plates, and then you get Sivir fed quickly with the Essence Reaver and the IE. You can get that fast on Sivir. Is not good for the rest of the team. Second game as well, absolute blowout, 20-6. LGD is actually playing pretty good this split. I'm impressed. And OMG just did not look good in either of these games whatsoever. Because Kramer just popped off on the Varus. I love Varus, by the way. I've lost my last 3 games with him, sadly, now. But before that, I was at like a 75% win rate. Guys, I know he's not like super meta right now because they nerfed the Rage Blade, but I just love his like the ability to pop the blight is like it just connects with me really well for some reason. Next, we had Royal Never Give Up versus Vici Gaming. Vici Gaming let me down. They didn't win their game. They got blown out in the first game, 13-2, 8 towers to 3, 1-1-4. As you can tell, straight zeros. Chalise had 0-4. Southwind 0-4. Did not make the Lux look good, as broken as it is currently. Uzi on Xayah, who I think Xayah is the most broken ADC at the moment because of the Essence Reaver buffs, including Sivir as well. And Lang X, former Shaoel, he had a really good Jace game as well. 1-0-2, but he had that 300 CS, and that's always what you want to see. Game 2, Vici was looking really good at the start. I'm like, all right, Vici's going to steal this random game against Royal Never Give Up and then throw game 3. No, they just throw game number 2 instead. It was like, I believe it was like 6-2 or something. Like they were doing really good to start. Puff was just dominating on the bot lane, like, which is surprising. But he wasn't killing Uzi, as you could tell. He had 6 kills, none on Uzi. They were killing Karsa and they were killing Ming. But outside of that, they weren't. Uzi's a problem as well, and Sivir went 7-0-5, and Sivir is super strong as well currently. Sivir might be stronger than Kaisa or Xayah actually, because Sivir is just wave clear is absurdly gross. I like to always compare Sivir. Yeah, we could do a sneak peek on one of my Smurfs. I know for a fact that I am a better Jhin than I am Sivir. Look, don't look at those. That's a lot of lost ARAMs and stuff. But yeah, and then there's this loss. I know for a fact I'm a better Jhin than I am Sivir by like a decent margin. This is what wave clear gets you, especially in low elo. This is on my Smurf that I play with Brian. This is what no wave clear gets you, and like not being able to close the game out early. I hate it. Like, as you can tell, 22-7-19. Then lost game because it was 48 minutes. Did 71k damage that game though. I was popping off. But it's a loss, and that always happens to me on Jhin, I feel like. Oh no, let's not skip this one. This is the one we want to talk about the most. Edward Gaming versus IG. Edward Gaming, man, is just like, I thought they were really good in this first game, and I thought, like, okay, 13k gold lead, 17-3 in kills. IG is starting Forge as Rookie had a family emergency. We don't know when Rookie will be back. Not only that, Rookie also is the other Korean on the team for the Shy, and as Rookie, as you know if you watch the LPL, speaks fluent Chinese, is completely adapted to the lifestyle in China. He kind of helps communicate to the Shy what the team wants to do. So in my head I was thinking I thought Balan was still going to be benched for Lucas, but Balan did come back. But then you had Forge, and I was thinking maybe you have to even play Duke because the Shy is not going to be able to communicate. That didn't happen. Balan did finally come back, and they had Forge still in the mid lane, but they still played the Shy instead of Duke. Did not work this first game. Was Jinnu just popped off on the Renekton, 5-0-6, and you had Karma to Olaf is a disgusting combo. That's one of my favorites, especially with Sivir. You know how fast Olaf can go with that? You can't kite out the Olaf when he's speed boosted by Karma and Sivir at the same time. That guy's lightning quick, and they absolutely destroyed it. Game number 2, though, Invictus Gaming came back strong and finished 16-3, 10k gold lead, 8 towers to 1, just straight up blowout all around. And the Shy played on the Scion, which we never see the Shy on tanks, so that was very surprising. Same with Ning. We don't see Ning on many tanks either, but they decided to do both of them, and it worked out great. They were just a really, really tanky lineup, and they gave Jackie Love all the time in the world to just farm with so much peel. If you have Scion, Sejuani, Nautilus, and Renekton, you have so much health to get through before you can even get to the Sivir. And you don't have a lot of chances to really get into the backline unless you get a flank by Mako on the Alistair. But Xayah can't really get to the backline. Jace can acceleration gate, but it's going to get blocked by these meaty boys. Elise can't really get to the backline too much, and Aurelia can sorta, but it's very difficult with that much peel and CC, and it showed because IG just smashed Edward Gaming. And then they smashed him. They smashed him not as hard, but they beat him pretty bad in this game number 3 as well. This was the one where Jackie Love and Balan played Sonataric against the Sivir Lux, and Sivir Lux is very similar to Sivir. I keep wanting to call her Nico, but it's what the hell is her name called? The cat. Holy crap, I am blanking hard. I can't even think of the name. Yumi. Wow. I cannot think of Yumi there. But yeah, Rek'Sai didn't do good. Ning, I don't know how Ning does it. Like the 3 or 4 times I've seen Ning on Camille with the nerf to that her E does not stun camps anymore, he still pops off really hard. He's just a fantastic Camille. There's a reason he has a skin on Camille for winning a championship. But yeah, and we also had the Shy this game. You didn't. I was telling Brian actually while I was watching this game, like even if the Shy doesn't need to communicate with his team, if he literally 3v1'd at one point with the Rise, it was just absolutely disgusting. 7-1-5 performance. And EDG, who I thought was going to wipe the floor with IG, I was about to call IG toast. They're gone. Watch out. I was going to make the bold prediction that they weren't going to make Worlds. And now they're coming back. And I'm like, okay, they can beat EDG. There's still a team down there over all that mess that they have. Finally, today we had Fun Plus Phoenix versus Team WE. This first game was really close. Team WE had the lead the entire time. And then they just they threw this game hard. I believe, I don't have it up right now, but the gold graph was Fun Plus Phoenix was winning for the last 10 seconds of the game. And outside of that, they were losing the entire game. Team WE was a very bad throw, and then they just got completely demoralized after that because 47k to 35k was a 15-2 in kills, 10-1 in towers. Just a straight blowout all over the place, as you can tell. Just did not work for Team WE after that, and they are 0-4 to start the year. Also, JDG actually came up, and this second game was insane, by the way. When I believe it was Zoom was trying the back door, and then they brought Yagao as well. It was towards the very end of the game. They had 3 inhibs down. Sunning was just trying to get a desperate Baron, and they were able to get back just in time with half their Nexus about to be destroyed. And there's Weiwei and Biu just absolutely destroyed Sion in his ear, and they just kept it alive just a little bit longer. But unfortunately for them, they weren't able to keep it alive after that because they did get aced after that and just lost the game. And this was actually a 2-0 victory for JD Gaming, which I was shocked about because I definitely thought Sunning was on the up and up, and JDG actually was quite low. Oh, I know, SMLZ playing that front. That's the frontline Kog'Maw. Something similar to that I always like to call out when I play a lot of AC now, so I don't see it as much. But when I was playing tanks, I used to call it Shotgun Caitlyn. When my Caitlyn would be in front of me as Cho'Gath, I'm like, what are you doing? You have a sniper, not a shotgun. Please get back. And some of them never learn. Some of them want to get right up in the face of people, and it doesn't work out that way. Yeah, this is where they got caught out in the jungle, down by the Elder, behind the red buff. That was not good. I was very disappointed with Sunning. I'm kind of worried because this is exactly what happened to Sunning last split. like they started out really hot, looking really good. Then they lost to Fun Plus Phoenix right before the break and never recovered. And I'm hoping that isn't the case this time with this loss to JDG, but we'll have to see. By the way, we're doing our power rankings for week 3. I still haven't changed this. Wow, that's embarrassing. You think you'd think I would do that by now, but actually it's week 4. Whoopsies. The podcast title is wrong. I'll have to change that on YouTube. Anyway, week 4, the top 3 are staying the same. Fun Plus Phoenix won both their games this week, and they won them both 2-0s. No need to change them. Definitely, I think the best team in the LPL could fight with G2 for best team in the world, but since G2 won MSI, they kind of get the benefit of the doubt at the moment. And Fun Plus Phoenix wasn't there. Top also won their game this week. They won it 2-0. I thought it was going to be a 2-1. Yeah, absolutely. Especially IG. I've heard a lot of bad things happening inside the organization right now, with Balan and the management and stuff. Oh, I absolutely. Hey, I sort of believed in them. I got them up to number 4. I moved them all the way up. I have RNG number 3. They won as well. I moved Li Ning all the way up to number 4. But it's still. Listen, I've heard some bad things about Snake. Is it just the name change gets them back and it gets them all better? I've heard they throw a lot even before last split was the first split I watched LPL and they didn't do great. But like when they were talking about this is what Snake always does. I want to believe in this team and I obviously have them as the fourth best in China right now, above IG and EDG because I had to drop both of them. I thought I was gonna be putting EDG in the top two. Honestly, I really did. If they would have, how badly they stomped BillyBilly. If they would have stomped IG, I would have probably moved to EDG all the way up to number two because I just loved how they played. But hopefully that was just a hiccup. But yeah, maybe they'll change. That's like when the Devil Rays for baseball. If you watch baseball, guys, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays changed their name to, and they were always a terrible team. They just changed their name to the Tampa Bay Rays, and then they went to the World Series. They never won it, but they went to the World Series and became like a legitimate team like the year after they changed it. And everyone's like, "Oh, they got the Devil out." I'm like, probably not, but they just became a better team. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. I'd all said Snake slash LNG will fall in the second half. Probably, but hey, stranger things have happened. We have a, if you know about NA, this is a spoiler if you haven't watched the games, six-way tie for first place at the moment. Literally, first place and sixth place are the exact same rank in the standings. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, IG is number 5, EDG is number 6. I moved up Sunning number 7, even though they don't really deserve too much of a move up there. They were number 8 last year, or well, last week. They went 1-1 this week, but it was just more from other teams falling. LGD moved up to number 8. BillyBilly dropped to number 9 because they had a very embarrassing game against what you call it, EDG. Like that was very bad. Like that's one of those losses that gives you a lot of negative points because you just got blown out so hard. V5 moves all the way up from 16th to 10th for me by beating IG just because IG was able to beat EDGs. I'm like, wow, that Victory 5 win over IG just looks a lot more impressive now to me. And then Dominus, they're 0-4, but I still believe just because they have had such a hard schedule with IG, EDG, Top, and RNG. Is those are the 4 teams they faced? No, they faced someone else in there, but no, Sunning was it? I don't remember. Shoot, but yeah, they just faced like all the top teams essentially. JDG's moved all the way up to number 12 from second to last. That was a good victory for them over Sunning. I felt they deserved it. Team WE at 0-4 is still, I think, better than some of the other teams. I hope, but they're just not looking good at all right now. Mystic it's not doing anything. Vici Gaming's dropped all the way to 14th. Eventually they'll get a win, I think. OMG, I believe, is 15th. I don't think they're a very strong team, and I still think Rogue Warriors is the worst team in the league. I know people say that I should have faith in this team, but I haven't seen it yet. And they've only played 2 series, to be fair. They're only 0-2, but I haven't seen any big improvements like people say. I believe was it Raz or someone had them in the top 8. Like they had them making playoffs this split, and I highly disagreed with that. But hey, people would have highly disagreed with Sino Dragon last split going to there, and it lucked out for me. And maybe that'll happen with Raz's pick with Rogue Warriors. The thing about predicting is no one really knows what's going to happen. You have upsets that can happen all the time. You can try your best, but you're never going to get them all right. I think I do pretty decent for the LPL standards, but the rest of them are looking pretty bad so far this year. Anyway, let's move on to our predictions for this week. Let's go to LOL Esports. The spoiler right there for NA. I'm sorry. I still gotta watch some of those games. I spoiled myself earlier, but I didn't finish those games yet because it was Father's Day. Alrighty, let's get this on this side, and let's get this on this side. You don't need to see my match history anymore. Alrighty. Game number 1, Victory 5 versus Vici Gaming. If Victory 5 would not have beaten IG, I would have said this is one of the worst games you can watch all split, and we're starting it strong. But I think that because Victory 5, if I know I can get this right, G2. If I can get this right, I'd all said if I know I can get this right, G2 will win Worlds. It could happen. It very well could happen. G2 is the only team from MSI that is just flat out dominating. like the rest of them are struggling quite a bit, even still. But anyway, Victory 5, I think, will be able to take the game over Vici. I do think Vici gets back on their winning one game streak that they lost with RNG, but I think Victory 5, if they didn't look bad against. I thought this team was the worst team in the league personally until last week, but they looked pretty good against IG, to be fair. And I think that was a nice game to see from them. They looked like they were getting their teamwork together, where before they just looked like they were all over the place because they've changed up a lot of the roster. All they have left is Ben 4 and Y4 from last split, and everyone else is new. So I think that their teamwork was lacking, and it's kind of starting to mesh a bit. So hopefully they can get a game or two coming up. I don't think they'll be a playoff team by any stretch of the imagination, but I still think they can beat a team like Vici. Next, we have Top Sports versus our Top East. They changed their name from Top Esports, where I always call them Top Esports last split, and now that they're Top Esports, I call them Top Sports. That's there's myself right there. I'm so good at this. This is why I can't be a shoutcaster. But yeah, Top Esports versus Rogue Warriors. I don't see it in Rogue Warriors personally at all, and I think Top Esports is I believe I have them second best team. Yeah, second best team in the entire LPL, even though they're only 2-0. I have them still above RNG just because I think it's unfair for me to D-rank in a sense or downgrade Top Esports for doing exactly what I want them to do. I think they're just dominating both of their series so far. Let's see, they went 2-1 and then they went 2-0 in their next one. So I can't fault them for that if they haven't played their games yet. And I think they'll absolutely go 2-0 against Rogue Warriors as well. They won't have any problems there. Yes, let me get my actual notes out so I'm not doing this by memory. Next we have Dominius versus Sunning Gaming. And Dominius is just on the struggle bus, man. They are 0-4. Let's review who they faced real quick. Top Esports undefeated. LNG undefeated. Where are they? IG current world champions still, not MSI champions but world champions. 2-2, so not bad. And EDG 3-1, so that's 3 losses. And then let's go 6, 8, and what was the last one? 2. So they're 10-3 is their opponent's record, which is a solid opponent's record of 77% win rate. And now they're facing Sunning, who is also 3-1. So we're gonna go put that 13-17. So we're at a 76% win rate still, pretty much. You're calling the upset with Dominius? I do not. I do. I can prove it. I'm gonna hide these real quick because these are my other picks, but I can prove that I have Dominius actually as an upset. I thought I didn't, but yeah, there you go. I have Dominius 2-1 over Sunning because I am worried about this Sunning team that they are gonna implode again. I'm terrified of last split. What happened to Sunning is gonna happen again. I don't have any faith in them. Even though they're 3-1, I saw what happened last time, and I'm like, no, this team has some holes in it still, definitely. Especially without Zhao Ale, then they have Biu. He's struggling up top lane. I think that Cheng Hong on Dominius will be able to take advantage of that because the reason Dominius has been losing is that Cheng Hong is their engage, and he's actually not doing like he's getting beat pretty hard in lane. And he's not being ahead enough to be able to do these proper engages, like with the cannon and with the Scion and stuff like that. And that's how Dominion just won all their team fights last split, with him starting the engages with Zhao Peng, and then they would just go in. Gala and Twyla would just destroy people from there because people would be CC'd up, and that's really easy for your ADC and mid laner, just pop people when they're CC'd. And because Cheng Hong has been way behind, and like the enemy top laner has just been steamrolling past, it doesn't work as well. Nothing works as well when you're behind. That's a tip from me, by the way. If you're behind in the game, it doesn't work as well as when you're ahead in the game. 200. That's how you get the plat. 3 years of plat right here. But yeah, Dominius 2-1 over Sunning. I believe this is still one of my favorite teams in the LPL, and I'm really hoping they recover. All right. Next, we have Fun Plus Phoenix versus LGD. And this should be, I don't even want to do too much of a analysis. I think LGD is playing fairly good. I think, yeah, unless you're G2. Yeah, G2, you just kind of win no matter what. Like, you're losing, you're winning. You just, eventually something stumbles in, and you just stumble into the win. It doesn't matter. You just make it look clean, make it look fancy. You start opening up paint. You don't know what's going on. Oh man, they're a good team. They're a really good team. But yeah, this is. I like LGD. I like what Kramer's doing. I don't think it'll be enough. I think Fun Plus Phoenix is on a tear this split. I think it's actually going to be a 2-0. Excuse me. Matchup number 2 that you want to fall asleep instead of watch. OMG versus Rogue Warriors. I actually picked OMG. This is a coin flip. I can't tell you. There's a bunch of analysis behind this pick. There's not. It's a coin flip. 2-1. That's anyone who tells you like, oh, I know exactly what's gonna happen. This is lying to you. Next is LNG versus Team WE, the 3-0 team versus the 0-4 team. I think LNG should be totally fine here. I think they're starting out the season strong at 4-0. I think they're gonna come in and just. I don't. Team WE looks like a mess. They looked like a mess in the playoffs of Spring Split. It's like the teams figured them out. That they figured out that if you just get Mystic in there in Beishong, you just like you shut them down early. The rest of the team doesn't do much, you know. I'm wondering if they're gonna actually start Magic again in the jungle because Beishong has been getting out farmed like crazy. He's not even just out farmed, just outplayed. Simple as that. Like Team WE just looks messy right now, and I think that Li Ning is gonna be totally fine with that, and Flandre up top is gonna just be. He's been awesome so far this split. The whole Li Ning team has been awesome this split, and I think that they're gonna continue. 2-0. I don't know if I said that. Li Ning comes back Wednesday, get the day off, come back for the very next game, so back-to-back games essentially, but within a 48-hour period. 46-hour technically. But yeah, they'll be fine against BillyBilly. I don't think BillyBilly is a strong team, as strong of a team as they were last split as well. I know they didn't make playoffs, but they were towards the top pretty much the entire split. I think that a lot of the team fighting teams, the teams that were really good at team fighting, like Dominius and BillyBilly, almost like people would call them like mini RNGs and stuff like that. And actually, they finished, or Dominius finished about the same rank as RNG at the end of the day, I think. But I don't. Their team fighting skills hasn't like degraded by any sense. It's just that I think they took advantage of Spring Split, where people were getting like used to working with their teammates a lot more than currently in Summer Split. There's not many teams that completely blew up and are redoing their entire like team, like 3+ players. Li Ning is one of them actually, but they're actually making it work really well. But I think OMG, Li Ning, I think Rogue Warriors only changed 2. But yeah, most of the teams are the same players from Spring Split as well. So I think that because of that, I'm picking Li Ning to win it here as well. I think they're also just better. But I think that's the reason why Dominius and BillyBilly aren't as dominant as they were before, because BillyBilly and or especially Dominius had played through Challenger Korean or Chinese Challenger to get there. So they were like a unit already. It looks so weird. LNG. Like that looks like I made a typo. It's happened before. EDG versus Team WE. This one should be fine. I think Team WE starts out 0-6. I'm not picking the upset here. I thought about it, but then I'm like, nah. EDG bounces back fine. 2-0. By the way, I just want to point this out. Got the 2-0 right. This was a 2-0. Got the 2-0 right. This was a 2-0. This was a 2-0. This was a 2-0. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 series in a row that were 2-0s, and I predicted a lot of 2-1s in there. But I had the right winners. I just thought the games would be a little closer. They weren't. JDG versus Vici Gaming. I'm actually going with the upset here. I'm gonna pick Vici Gaming to win their first series of the entire split, and I'm gonna pick them to beat JDG. I don't know why. I want to have a bold prediction. I don't like going pure vanilla, like just better team wins every time. It gets you a little bit higher pick rates to do that, but I wanted to go. I think this is not as big of an upset. JDG flawless looks really bad at times, and I'm hoping that and so does Imp on the bot lane. You think I'm crazy, Idol? You think I'm crazy with this one? uh, I think that Puff and Southwind will be able to take advantage of how poor Imp is actually playing right now, and I think they're gonna carry with Sivir Yumi. I want to see Sivir Yumi with Puff and Southwind or Zyra Khan. That one's fine too, but something that they can actually really hard carry through the ball lane. Kaisa Nautilus is another good one. One of those three. You might think I'm crazy. We'll come back Monday and we'll see who's really crazy. 2-1. You can make fun of me next week if it's wrong. Top esports versus IG. I think top esports are gonna be a-okay in this one. I just don't trust this IG team as much as I like. If you were to talk to me last split where I picked them to win every single game and then I picked them to win every game at MSI as well, I trusted this team quite a bit. They played well. They played really well against EDG. I really like seeing Balan back. I thought it was a terrible mistake to bench Balan in the first place. I've always thought he's really good. I always thought him and Jackie Love are criminally underrated, pretty much the entire time. And I think that benching him was a complete mistake for Lucas. Lucas did not do nearly as much for like people. I think a good comparison was Lucas dies caught out. Balan dies getting his team out of a sticky situation or creating a great team fight for the team. Where Lucas kind of just dying and just sort of being there. But I think that Knight against Forge. I'm so sad we don't get to see Knight versus Rookie, but Knight will be able to pummel Forge. I think and that's why Top Esports is just gonna wipe the floor of IG. I think it's gonna be a 2-0 actually over IG just because of that massive advantage in the mid lane. Sunday, we got Victory 5 versus OMG, another kind of snooze fest. Not too many great games until the next one, actually. But this one, no one will care about because of the next one. I'm just going to give you real quick. Victory 5 over OMG, 2-1. I think that Victory 5 is going to actually have a 2-0 week after me putting them as the worst team in the league just last week. Now they're going to be 3-2, would that be? Let's check real quick. Yeah, I have them going 3-2 after being the worst team in the league. Interesting. Weird how things change. Anyway, let's talk about the best game of the week, the last game with Fun Plus Phoenix versus RNG. Two heavyweights, 4-0. Both are 4-0. I believe Fun Plus Phoenix did have a game earlier against LGD. They should be totally fine with that. RNG does not have a game until this game. So they have the advantage of practicing the entire week before. Not that Fun Plus Phoenix has too much of a difference because they have Monday, they have to practice probably for LGD, and then they play on Tuesday. And then after that, they have it. So it's not too much of an advantage. But that being said, this is going to be a very good game. It's going to be... this was a tough one for me to pick. It's obviously, I think this is going to be a 2-1 for sure. But I like Doinby right now. I really think Doinby, and I like LWX to be able to. I think LWX is playing slightly better than Uzi at the moment. I don't have the stats to back that up. I don't know the stats actually off the top of my head, but I think he's playing a little bit better than Uzi. I just think Fun Plus Phoenix is destroying their opponents. RNG is destroying their opponents like 80% of the time. Fun Plus Phoenix is destroying them 100% of the time. So with that being said, I am taking Fun Plus Phoenix to win 2-1. But this is going to be a damn good... You remember the game up here where I said it's going to be a complete coin flip, Rogue Warriors and OMG, but it was between the bad teams? This is going to be a complete coin flip between good teams, and that which hopefully makes a very fun series to watch. That's what I'm hoping, at least. But yeah, that will be our predictions. Hopefully we can stay above 71%. That'd be nice. But if not, I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, you got RNG Idol? Ooh, it can happen. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're crazy. Like, it's not me picking Vici to beat JDG crazy. It's definitely an absolute coin flip in my opinion. But I just think that Doinb will be able to carry. I want to see some of his rise. Will this be the new patch? No, China's always late on the patch. It's not gonna be the new rise, so they'll still be fine. I'm curious how the new rise does in pro play. It's kind of working good in solo queue. I noticed right now, at least from what I've seen personally. I don't know the actual win rate on it. From what I've seen personally, it does a lot of damage. But anyway, that will be our show for the week 4. Thank you guys for coming to watch. We will see you tomorrow. As always, the schedule is Sunday LPL, Monday LCS, Tuesday LCK, Wednesday LMS, which we just started last week. I haven't watched any LMS yet. Don't spoil, please. Not that I don't know if any of you are watching the LMS. Thursday's EU and Friday's wildcard region. I all can tell you from last Friday, wildcard region gets a little crazy. There was an hour and hour 10 minutes of me talking to myself. like that was a little bit of a crazy podcast, and we get to talk even more because Japan has games now. Anyway, thank you guys for coming to watch. We'll see you tomorrow for NA, where we have a 6-team tie for first place. Good night. I don't know how to end that.